Hello everyone. Hello. So I'm gonna tell you this video gonna be slightly on the low vibration side, a little sad side. So I said earlier in the video, my last one, I was like, I ain't gonna be talking about this crazy stuff anymore, whatever, the victory and this and that. And I get all of that. However, I'm tired, y'all. I'm being emotional, okay? I'm tired. And death is knocking at my door. I feel like, literally, if I fall asleep, I'm not gonna wake back up. One part of me, it's like, it's crazy. I've been down this road so many times, and other times I never knew it until after the fact. But this time, I feel like once I close my eyes, that's the end. One part of me is like, okay, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do, because I'm a vessel. At the end of the day, I'm a vessel. And it's like, maybe that's part of my journey, that I supposed to got to this point, and then that was the end. The other part of me is like, Toy, keep going, keep moving. I really don't know which direction I want to go in. Excuse my nose as always. Because no matter if I get up, I said today I was going to get up and walk to the store and get some stuff done. But I'm tired if I have to walk, and I'm tired if I have to sleep. I'm tired of waiting, improving, waiting, improving. And it's like, I have gave everything in me in this journey. And I'm not bad. It is what it is. To really finally see the truth of the things that has happened to me, at least this round. Like yesterday, out of nowhere, I had excuse me, my nose. The other day, I was laying down, and it felt like somebody, felt like my legs was being held down. And I know it was the energy at the moment. And then I finally had a flashback. So, I'm gonna speak my mind. Because, like, when I was a kid, I used to have issues where I was paralyzed when I was asleep. A lot as a kid. A lot as a kid. And I found out those nights when I was, if you ever been in a situation where you can't move, you can't move at all when you sleep, or when you waking up, when you wake up and you can't move. So I found out. Hold on a second. Give me a second, y'all. So like I said, like it's a warlock, witch holding you down. So I found out that all those nights that I always woke up where I couldn't move and I couldn't speak is because they had siphoned my energy or channeled my spirit into someone else's body. And they had somebody tied down. They was like raping them and stuff. So that's what was going on with me. It's crazy. And I started thinking about my grandmother. I was thinking about the times I had a conversation about how when she used to cook, and she never want me in the kitchen because she was putting stuff in my food. Or this time, like when I was a kid, I was like 4 years old, and my grandma had cancer real bad, and they took her to DC. It was like, it's better to take her to DC because she, for the cancer. right? And excuse me, what was so crazy is what I remember about that moment, because my mom was dating this guy that used to work to the hospital, by the way. And what's so crazy, I remember the moment, that time when we went to DC. It was my first time going to DC that I remember as a child. My uncle that just had passed away when I had moved here, he had drove up on his motorcycle. We was at my aunt's house, and we toured DC. So we walked past the White House, we walked to the memorial. I took a picture in front of a bull. And we rode the bus. When we was at my aunt's house, now I can remember all of that, right? When we was at my aunt's house, I can't remember waking up. I can't remember going to sleep. I can't remember what I ate. I can't remember nothing. The only thing I remember is accidentally cutting the phone cord to her house phone. And I got my butt tore up for that. That's the only thing I can remember. I can remember everything outside. And I remember they had Sesame Street at the White House for Easter. I can remember all of that. But I can't remember what happened at my aunt's house. I can't remember nothing. And we was there for a couple of days. I can't remember nothing there. Because they was trying to transfer my grandmother's spirit into me. It's crazy. Any crazy thing that happened to me, because somebody put a spell on me. So I'm tired. Anybody that I was around, that I communicated with, 9 times out of 10 was on demon time. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of caring about people that don't care at all. I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting for I'm tired of waiting for love to come through. You know, I'm tired. I'm just so tired of the lies. Like, for example, this spaceship thing. Like, what's going on my end is this. I am in so many different timelines, it don't make sense. The stuff that I'm receiving in one day could be like a year, a couple years ago, and all of that. But they making it, but it's looking as if it's happening the same day, and it's crazy. I am in so many different timelines at one time. I'm tired. Y'all are so lost in so many different dimensions, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a freaking tornado right now. Like, y'all got stuff making it's like there's things that looking like it's happening today, but it happened months ago, weeks ago, years ago. But everything's all at the same time because everybody is stuck in a different time zone. It's like when you go ask somebody, hey, you heard that such and such died? Yeah, they died like a year ago. Really? I ain't know that. Because they just finally catching up. I'm tired. And back to the spaceship thing. I'm tired of the lies, man. Now, I'm going to say this. When a person had climbed the tallest mountain in the world, you know how much training they have to put on their lungs to be able to climb that mountain? You know how much training you have to put in on your lungs to climb that mountain? When the person go to a deep spot, the one to the as low as deep as they can in the water, you know how much training they have to put on their lungs in order to go to that depths of the water. But you telling me these random celebrities can just go straight into the highest altitude in the air without any problems? Why are we lying for? Why are we lying? Why are we lying? You know these mother suckers went through one door out the other. Why are we lying to people? Why are we lying? Ain't nowhere in the world these ladies went up into the atmosphere like that. Ain't no way in the world they went up. Because it would have screwed with their lungs, because they not used to that altitude. I don't care what type of simulation situation you have going on around. It was still screwed with the lungs, because their frequencies and everything is not elevated enough to go that high. In order to get that high, your brain level and frequencies have to be a certain way, because due to the way everything is, the higher up you go, the more it freaks with your brain. It scrambles your brain. And if your brain frequencies is not high enough to handle that altitude, it would explode. No different than in the depths of the water, you would implode. That's what would happen if your frequency levels is not advanced enough to handle it. And then with your lungs and stuff, you're breathing, because your breathing is what controls the frequencies. Your breathing is what controls the frequencies. When your brain frequencies get to a certain extent, if you cannot control your breathing, which is your lungs, if you cannot control your breathing, it screws with your frequencies. You can overcharge your whole brain and it will explode. Again, if you go too deep in the water, you will implode if your frequency levels cannot handle that type of level. So, none of y'all mother suckers been to space. None of y'all have been to that frequency. None of y'all have ever experienced that energy before. Because the higher up you go, the more the energy levels that you feel. Excuse me. Airplanes is the only thing that can hit to a certain limit. If you notice, airplanes don't go up to a certain point. They hit right at the cuff where you can tolerate. Think about it. Ask yourself, why y'all ears pop and stuff? Because the air, because of the frequency, because you're breathing. You have to control your breathing, because if you don't control your breathing, then it will pop. And guess what? If the airplane go up another level, freak, your ears popping, your brain pops. Soda pop. It's no different than when y'all put my mementos into like the Coca-Colas, right? Because all the acid, you have acid in your body. Do you understand me? There's acid in your body. Once it gets to a certain level of energy that hits into it, no different than the chemicals and the mementos that goes into the bottle. And once it hit, what it does, it fizzes up. So the frequencies in your body, if you don't control your breathing, right, and you don't control that frequency, once it hits into your system, that acid bubbles and boils up, because your brain cannot tolerate the frequencies in your body. And so when it hits the frequencies in your body, it can cause your brain to explode. Excuse my nose. Back when I was in the psych ward the first time, there was some guys that got into the little white tube, I think they was trying to go to the Titanic, something, I forgot. And they said the people got trapped. and everybody exploded on the insides because they went too deep. They went too deep. They thought that they could try to go deeper into the water to get to the deepest level. That's why they got trapped, because the breathing could not handle the situation. As you got the confirmation, they went too deep. And each person, see, depending on your frequencies and stuff, when they went, they thought that they can go a little bit deeper. They was trying to hit their world record, and they would try to go deeper, but none of them was in the right frequency. None of them was in the right frequency. That's why no one could go down there to actually, that's why they had to wait till the thing could float back up to another level. It had to float back up to another level. That's when they was able to actually reach them. Or they had to find something to get, they took something, it's either had to float up something, or they had to find something that could go in and attach to it low enough that can go low enough and attach and pull it up some, then it floats back up. They died because they went too low, because their frequencies was not strong enough to handle the situation. Each person died at different times, because due to what mental frequency he was on, that's why it was the way it was. Each person didn't die at the same time. They all died at different times, because it depends on your mental frequency. If your mental frequency is not right, there's low frequency, high frequency. It's no different when you say do, re, mi, so, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Same thing. That's how our brains and our frequencies work. No different than instruments. If you know with instruments, certain instruments, you have to be able to have enough of air in your body to control, to blow out certain instruments. If you notice with the tumbas and the trombones and all of that, you need someone with bigger lungs. A lot of times you get people that's very stocky that can do it, because their lungs can expand more. See, this is the thing about our body forms, and I know it might sound weird the way I'm about to say it, but yes, a person that's skinny can do certain things, but then the bigger you are, the more the elasticity, how you want to call it, expands more. Okay, that's why bigger people can do certain things. And I'm not promoting obesity, but at the same time, I'm just saying, when your body has learned how to expand itself, then it can control certain things a little bit more compared to someone that is smaller. So when you go at certain frequencies, if you're a tiny little something, right, your body don't have enough elasticity to expand. So that means it's more work on that lung, more work on that brain, more work on that heart, because it hasn't been stretched out enough. The bigger you are, the more your system can stretch out. So even if a person gains weight and they lose weight, their system has a memory. So even if they was a heavy person and they lose weight, their system has a memory that, hey, one point in time in my life, I could get this big. So it can remember that it can actually do it. If it never did that, it don't know how to do it. So again, when you going high or you going low, if you don't train that system to know how to handle that air flow to your brain, because the higher frequency you go, you have to know how to control that breathing, or guess what, you have panic attacks. A lot of people in this world have panic attacks because their frequencies is not right in the level they're on, and that's why they have panic attacks. That's why their breathing goes haywire, because the level I don't care if you're walking down the street, if your frequencies levels keep changing up, you will have a panic attack. So even if a person that goes super high or super low, guess what, that's what will go. It's not rocket science. I don't know why people act like a lot of this stuff is rocket science. And I know it's like, but you are who you are, so it's going to sound simple to you. It's not rocket science. We make things difficult because we want to make it difficult, because it make it interesting. That's it. Everybody feel like something got to be a mystery, so let me throw 3,000 big words on top of something to make it sound like something when it ain't nothing at all. Just put the peanut butter and the jelly on the bread, and there you go. You got a sandwich. It's that simple. You ain't got to sit back and talk about there. You got to put the peanuts in the ground. Then get to put the seed in the ground. Then once it grows, now you got a nut. Then when you take the nut, you got to crack the nut. When you crack the nut, you take the seed out of the nut. Then you take the seed, the nuts out of the seed, the shell, and then you have to break them down and chop them up. You add that little bit of extra oil to it to soften it up so you can create the peanut butter. You ain't got to do all of that. No different than the jelly. Okay, you get the fruit. Plant in the ground, get the fruit, then you chop it up, and you chop it up, you add a little bit of your sugar into it, and then you put it into a jar, let it sit for a while. You put the little gelatin stuff inside of it so it can gelatize, and then guess what, now you got jelly. Then guess what, now, oh, forgot we got to do the bread. Now you got to get the wheat, put the wheat in the ground, let it grow up, then let it produce itself, then take the tractor, cut it down, or you go cut it down, and then you grind it up, and you grind it up until it's to fine particles, and then you put it together. Then you. That's how y'all operate, and you wonder why people's frequencies is haywire. If a person need to know all of that, then tell them all of that. But it's no different than the space shuttle stuff. Just say, hey, this is a simulation. They'll be just as happy because now everybody can get. But that's the problem. You want to create a facade to make it sound like it's something more because you need more money out of it. How much money do these people have to pay to be inside this type of simulation? Y'all falsifying information because you're trying to sound like you fat more than the other person, or this, and that. Y'all trying so hard to mimic me or try to get information off of me when all y'all have to do is do the work, and you can be able to do the same thing on a daily basis instead of once in a blue moon. It's crazy. This is why I'm tired. This is why some moments, this is why I feel the way I feel. This is why I feel like, why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting time? Time is so precious, but people is wasting it. Why in the world I even care about time when I have infinite amount of energy and space to do what the heck I want to do? It don't matter if it's day, noon, or night. Who said you got to stop at 12 o'clock at night to do something? Who said you got to start at 5 o'clock in the morning to do something? Who made the rules that say we got to do these things these ways? If people want to utilize their time in these ways, then we should provide those sources so people can do these things instead of putting cutoff times and stuff. The main reason why people want to have cutoff times because either somebody wants something control, or people don't know how to act like they got some sense in this world. It's that simple. There are a lot of people that operate better between 12 and 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's when they can be able to go have their fun, go hang out and do what they need to do, and still can conduct business. Everybody's on different clock times and different functions in different ways, but we want to put limits to people because we want to have control, because we need the money to be able to feel like we got power. Be your own power unit. Be your own power source. We ain't got to sit here and keep lying about dumb mess just to get something done. I don't get it. I don't get why we got to make stuff so complicated to feel free. And then you wonder why y'all keep being in bondage. You wonder why y'all keep feeling the way y'all do. You want to know why y'all keep feeling like y'all hopeless and helpless and this and that. Torturing people, hurting people, being hateful towards people. You already in a mental prison when you got to hurt people to make yourself feel better about yourself. So give it up. Let it go. You can kill everybody on the earth and still be lonely. You still are lonely even if you did kill everybody on the earth. You can take ciphering money from every person on the earth and still feel like you ain't got enough of money. Because y'all utilizing y'all sources the wrong way. Y'all putting y'all sources into everything else, into the source of yourselves. So that's why you got to falsify information. That's why you got to do all this dumb mess, because you don't like you. You hate yourself. let's call it, you hate you. Go ahead and say, I hate myself. I'm going to tell you exactly what you feel on the inside. Say, I hate myself. I hate everything about me. I'm jealous of these people. I'm jealous of this person just living life and they don't even want anything. I'm jealous of this person because they are able to have things, but I can't afford what they have. I'm jealous of that person because I like the way they look and I feel like I don't like the way I look. I'm jealous of that person because they skinny and I'm big. I'm jealous of that person because I'm big and I'm skinny and I want to be big. Just say I hate me. Just say it. Say, I hate myself. Be real with you. I hate myself because I really want to go out here and just enjoy life, have a drink and just chill and relax and listen to other music and stuff. But I'm too godly to do that. I'm over here in this world where I want to be able to be godly, but I still like to have a drink and just chill with friends. Why we can't just say that? I'm jealous because my friend is married and I wish I could have someone. Why we can't just say that? I'm jealous because this person has kids and I wish I had kids. Why you just can't say that? I'm jealous that they don't have kids and they can live life and I got all these kids and I missed out on life. Why you just can't say that? Nah, you know what y'all do? Go cause chaos in all these people's lives because you jealous. I'm tired. I'm tired of lies. I'm tired of lies. I am tired of people lying because they can't be honest with themselves and just say, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Who said that? Jealousy is an emotion. It's not a fake emotion. It's a real emotion. Okay? It's an emotion that everyone in the world goes through. Everyone is jealous of something. That's how you know that there's an issue. Okay? When you start realizing you're jealous of something, that's when you need to start realizing, hey, there's something I need to fix within myself. Not the other person. Not sitting back and trying to humiliate somebody or try to put somebody down. Give me a second. Jealousy is just another form to say, I'm alive. Life changed, time changed, things changed. Jealousy is another form to let you know, I screwed up. That's it. I screwed up. Or the other word, I fucked up. That's it. That's it. That's why people don't like to acknowledge it. Because you don't want to acknowledge that you screwed up. Either you had the opportunity to be in a loving relationship and you ran from it. Either you had the opportunity to put the food down but you had to ran to the food. Either you had the opportunity to have kids and you didn't take care of the kids that you had. You had the opportunity to sit back and live life to the fullest with no kids, but you decide to have a family. You decide to go out here and have a business, and then you realize that you had been working your whole life and you didn't even get to have fun. You had you realize that you've been having all this fun, but you have nothing to look back on. And the way the world made it look like jealousy is a bad thing, but it just lets you know, I effed up. That's it. Now what? So you're gonna walk around with the title over your head and say, hey, I'm jealous, but don't look at that though. I don't want you to know it though. But you walk around with a crown on your head that states jealousy, but you telling people you're not. But you're going out here gossiping about these other people and saying how bad they this and that or whatever. But then at the same time, if you're saying this about them, what does that say about your character? If you sitting out here stealing, killing, destroying, what does that say about your character? See, that's the other part of jealousy. Denial. Because you don't want to acknowledge that you're jealous, so you rather say it ain't real. But then every time you see this person walk out in the street, or this child, or this individual, or whoever, you're mad. How many times y'all go and look online and watch somebody? You loving every single, these celebrities, you love every single thing about them. As soon as they screw up, yes, they're just like me. I knew they was like that. They was this, and that. I knew they did this. I knew they do that. Jealousy. I ain't jealous. Nah, you saw what they did. They did this, and that. You saw what they did. Dog, why you being denial for? You was down. You was all up on them before. You loved everything about them before, right? But now the fact you see that they having their lives and stuff going on, now you jealous about. Now you in denial. Now you want to throw hate on them. So let me find out the love you was providing to them before was fake love. You was jealous the whole entire time. That you was propping them up and saying, good dog, like, congratulations, I'm happy for you, this and that. But as soon as they had a downfall, you against them? See, that's the part of jealousy people don't want you to notice. See, jealousy will be that same friend that walk with you wherever you go, seeing you excel and seeing all these things. I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you. Be like, young son, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, proud of you. But deep down in their minds, they jealous. And as soon as you come off your high horse of whatever it is, because you had to go through your test in your time, now you see the truth. How many of y'all sit back when you friends, y'all go hang out, y'all cool, and y'all having a good old time, and soon as something happened in their life, you calling them ugly. Oh, see, you ugly, you this, you that. Hold on, I thought we was all cool. I thought we was all friends. I thought we was family. Now the truth come out how you truly feel about me because I hit a rock in the road. I ain't jealous of you. I ain't mad at you. Denial. Denial. Everyone in the world goes through it. Bunch of jealous people that's in denial, that want to continue lying while pointing the finger at someone else and trying to pretend like you're happy. So I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I can't help that. I only can help it. Just like they got AAA for alcoholics or the drugs and all of that, they need to have meetings for jealous people. 90% of the people in the world is jealous. Nah, 90% of people in the world is jealous. Off of someone else's life, you don't even know what the heck they gone through to get there. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what's going on. You don't know. You wouldn't even probably be able to stand in their shoes for a day. Like for myself, all this hate that's been put on me. But I bet you if any of y'all would come and stand in my shoes, y'all would say, take them back. I don't care if I can't fit them. Take them back. You don't want the luxuries and all of that? Nope. Take it back. You know you got to go through all of this to get to that. Take it back. I don't want it. You don't want to get raped in the physical and the spiritual world every single day. You don't want your family to sit back and throw hate campaigns on you every day. You don't want random people in the world to put spells on you every day. You don't want people to sit back and cause chaos on you every day. You don't want people to sit back and dog you out every single day. You don't want to sit back and have people to talk about how you look, how you sound, how you are, knowing these people put spells on you for to be that way. You tell me you don't want that. You don't want that life. You don't want that life. You don't want that life? Then why the hell you screwing with minds? See, it's easy to be jealous. It's easy to be in denial. It's easy to lie. Now, we know you're jealous. We know you're in denial. And we know you're liars. Are you happy? No, you're not happy. Every day is pain and suffering. Y'all going through fake pain and suffering because you're putting that energy onto yourselves while you torturing someone else and they physically going through the pain and suffering. So the whole entire time they over there training, building their lungs up, building their brains up, building their energy up. And while you sitting there in denial, lying to yourself because you're jealous, don't get mad when they get high up and your brain explode while watching them go to the ground. So, no matter how high you go, no matter how deep you go, remember, it's going to cause pain and suffering no matter which direction. So, if I'm going to sit back and go somewhere, I'd rather be able to physically go up than drown in the water and implode. I'm going to leave it on that. Y'all have a blessed day.